We are recording. Good morning. My name is Cindy, and I'm going to read to you today a sermon that I wrote called Angels Dance Around Us. And so, as you just heard in Judy's scripture lesson, and it's from Luke chapter 20, verses 34 through 36, Jesus is being questioned. Now, he's sitting at the temple, and the Sadducees, which are the teachers of the law of Moses, wanted to know what happened to a wife whose husband died, leaving him without children before he had any children. What happens? Now, according to the law of Moses, the husband's brother is supposed to take his wife as his own and have children with her in order to pass on their heritage. And if that brother dies before they have children, then so on and so forth. It goes on down the line. Somebody is supposed to marry that wife and have children. And these Sadducees are trying to trick Jesus with a question. Whose wife will she be when they're all in heaven? And Jesus went on to say that there are no marriages when you get to heaven. There's no more death. There's no more people who have died that are going to heaven. They're all there. They are like the angels. And that's why I was talking about angels this morning. They are now children of God. So I use the examples of angels dancing in the children's moment, mainly because children are much more attuned and apt to see angels moving and working among us all the time than we are ourselves. Children have such simple and pure spirits that they are still operating kind of quasi in the heavenly realm and where they were just a short time ago. They're open to the possibilities of seeing things that don't make sense to us older and more sophisticated, educated people. Children are able to interact with the heavenly realm because they are so close to God in their hearts and minds. And they don't even have to try. It's just natural for them. And when I was a toddler, about 3 or 4, maybe Matthew's age there, 3 or 4 years old, I lived with my grandmother and my grandfather in my mother's parents' house, my Nana and Pop. Now, my great-grandmother, Ellen Jane Vennard, also lived in that house. They were taking care of her. And she lived in the bedroom that now is my parents' bedroom. When my grandmother and my grandfather, Nana and Pop, moved out to their camp on Oneida Lake that my dad helped remodel into a year-round house. One afternoon, after afternoon tea, which was at 3 o'clock every day, my mother peeked her head into my great-grandma's bedroom, where she knew I was, and asked what we were up to. Now, I knew that she was there to pick up the dishes and stuff, but that was her excuse. So she just wanted to see what was going on. Mom told me the story because I was too young to remember, so I'm quoting what my mom said. "We're speaking to angels," was my reply to my mom. "What?" was my mother's response. Great-Grandma Ellen replied, "She's right. We are speaking to the angels, which are right outside the bedroom window now looking in at us." "Mama, the angels are telling us that they're getting ready to take Great-Grandma home. Today, very soon. They wanted me to tell you so that she could lay down in her bed now. They wanted me to go downstairs and be ready to hear them singing." Now, for those of you that know me well, I have come from a very musical family. All of my mother and father's brothers and sisters and everybody sings or plays instruments, and they're all very musical. And so it was very exciting to hear people singing to me. It still is. My uncles all belonged to barbershop quartets, and they all went on singing. So anyway, I was very excited to go downstairs and wait till the angels started singing to me. And my mother carried the tray downstairs after she got my great-grandma in bed, and she cleaned up all the tea sets and the teas and crumpets. Now, for those of you who don't know what a crumpet is, I come from an Irish and English background where they have 3 o'clock afternoon tea after, lunchtime partway through the afternoon. And crumpets are kind of like a sugar cookie biscuit that you use to dunk into your tea, and it gets you through the afternoon until dinner time. And most Europeans still do that today. They still have an afternoon tea. But back to my story. At 4 p.m., my great-grandma, Ellen Jane Vennard, died. And I cried for days because I never heard the angels singing. And that really broke my heart. Not because my great-grandmother died, but because I wanted to hear them singing and they never sang. I never heard it. So what has this got to do with Jesus' story? Absolutely nothing. Except to tell you that angels are around us, moment by moment. We might not see them, and we might not recognize them. But even Jesus said, at some time you might be entertaining an angel and not even be aware. And soon we will be celebrating Jesus' birth and hearing how the angels sang songs of joy when Jesus was born. And that's one of the reasons why I love this time of year so much. They sang to the shepherds outside in a field with their sheep. Their songs filled the sky, and I can just imagine how magnificent that was. It must have been an awesome thing to see. So every year at Thanksgiving time and on into Christmas, I hope to hear the angels singing. This Christmas, we will be hearing our angels singing. They're singing in the children's choir. It's magical to listen to children sing and tell the stories of Jesus' birth. And it's just wonderful when you're doing it with music. Jesus was telling the Sadducees not to get hung up on who is married to whom or what is going to happen when they get to heaven. I think he let them know this because he wants them to understand the way things are now is not the way they're going to be when things are done, when they're dead, when we die. We will not be bound by the laws of earth any longer. We will be devoted to the things of God and have a life that is unparalleled to this life as we know it. When these old things pass away, we won't be wanting to have things to remain the way that they are now. They will be magical and amazing times. We'll be able to talk to Jesus and to the angels, and we'll be able to sing to them or with them and to dance. Let's go into this Thanksgiving and Christmas season with the direction Jesus is pointing us to be sitting in heaven with the angels and with him, singing and dancing. That's a real reason to give thanks. Thanks to the one who brings us all good things now and has something even more special to offer us when we're dead. Thanks be to God. Amen. We'll now have our time of offering our gifts and coins or change or whatever we have for our offering this morning as we listen to Sue play our offertory.